Welcome back to the show. We're joined now by sophomore Spencer Stanek and junior linebacker Scott Skuteris. Spencer, you look at your performance on Saturday. The numbers, the plays were just awesome to watch, all the big plays early. Did you eat your Wheaties? I mean, what was going on there?
No, I mean, we had a really good game plan going into the game, and I mean, Coach Jeff, everything was there that we game planned, which was nice. I mean, we had great blocking all day by my O-line, and it was just, I think we just came out to play in the first quarter, and it really showed.
Have you ever had a day like that where it seems like everything you guys tried to do was clicking, everything was working, just started off so hot and it really stayed hot?
No, I mean, I've never really experienced something like that. I mean, it's pretty cool to know that we scored on our first 9 possessions, I think it was. So yeah, it was really fun to come out and play like that.
Yeah, talk about efficiency. And Scott, the defense, you guys had a heck of a day as well, obviously keeping the goose egg on the scoreboard for most of it. You had one of the 3 picks by the defense. What was the key to that? Rob Berger just kind of seemed to be turning the ball over most of the day.
On that play, we were in man coverage, and I happened to be lined up on their best receiver, number 4. We knew that coming into the game. And we were able to get pressure off the edge with Matt. And he was able to force a bad pass, and I was able to just kind of cut in front of the receiver and make a diving catch. So.
And I know you starters were kind of off the field at that point late in the game, but were you a little deflated when the Green Knights got that late score to take that goose egg off the scoreboard?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you'd like to get that shutout. We haven't had one all year, and we were talking about it. But, it's okay. It happens. There's not much you can do. The guys that went in did a pretty good job. So,
You guys have bigger fish to fry anyway.
Exactly.
Right?
Next week we know that if we can hold them to a shutout, that'd be great. But, there'll probably be some points on the board. So.
Well, the Cardinal defensive line has been a huge part of the team's success this season. And the fun, sometimes goofy group is the focus of this week's Cardinal Corner. When looking at the 2010 North Central Cardinals, it's easy to see which unit is the most improved, the defensive line.
Once you get an offensive line on their heels, it's like a snowball effect. When our guys smell blood, they go for it. They pin their ears back, and that's what we talk about, being relentless. You guys are hungry dogs after a meal.
Our mindset is destroy. Basically, we got to go after these guys and pretty much put our foot on their throats. Kill the quarterback, yeah, especially this week.
Although the line hasn't taken any lives, the unit sure has roughed up opposing quarterbacks. The team is averaging just under 4 sacks a game, which ranks 4th in all of Division III.
It's just all hard work. I mean, and big hearts. I tell you, these guys, they're not the biggest guys in the world. They got some strength to them, but it's hard work. They work hard at practice, and it shows on the games.
And just because this year's results are based on hard work doesn't mean the line is all work and no play on Saturdays.
If someone makes a big play or something, we rally around them and everybody gets going, so it's fun out there.
Hayes is tied for the team sack lead with 9.5, and when you get that many, you can perfect a dance that has some history.
We like to call ourselves the Bushwhackers, it's the Bushwhacker unit.
It started off during camp.
We had some freshman guys that were trying to do some pass rushes, and they were kind of going like this a little bit.
Coach Antonacci kind of said the Bushwhackers, which are a tag team in the WWF. So, we like to do that. It's a little sack celebration.
Kind of like this, and they just go up pass rushing like that, try to get the arms off. So it's Bushwhackers.
Things like the Bushwhacker dance come from the line's family-like atmosphere, something not seen in recent seasons.
We've never been this close before, and that's spoken for the 08 season when we were #1 seed, and last year. There was just not the camaraderie that we have now.
Whenever we do anything, it's always, the D-line's always together. It's always just us together, and when we see that, we kind of play for each other. It's not just for yourself now, it's for the rest of your fellow D-linemen.
But what does this unit need to do to keep the Cards playing into December? The key is speed.
We believe that we have the fastest defensive line in the country, and I think it's shown so far, and we just think that the rest of the teams throughout the playoffs haven't seen a defensive line with the speed that we do. And although we are a little undersized, I think we're all strong, but again, it's fast, and that'll be the biggest component as we go down the line.
Scott, how much fun has it been to watch these guys flying around and playing so well this season?
It's been great. They've been doing a great job. I think we ended up at the end of the season with the most sacks in the nation or something. I'm not sure, but I know we were really high up there. At the beginning of the season, I know we were kind of worried because we had Timmy Janisek graduate, and he was kind of our leadership presence on the D-line. And Coach Thorne, talked about how we weren't sure, we were worried about how the D-line would do, and kind of called them out, and they stepped up to the challenge. And the coaches did a great job. We had a couple coaches come in and help turn that around, and they've just been fantastic.
And Spencer, being a quarterback, I imagine you're pretty happy the way these guys have been destroying quarterbacks this year, that you're on the same side as them.
It's always fun to watch them play defense. I mean, not only is it fun to play offense with this team, but watching these guys play is pretty exciting.
And as we look to the matchup of the Polar Bears, what are some of the things you guys are seeing from that Ohio Northern D you can try to exploit?
Well, we're just going to try and establish the run right out of the gate, and hopefully, if we can establish the run, everything else will just snowball off each other. I mean, the play action pass and everything. So that's our focus, to get in there and establish the run.
Is that kind of what we saw against St. Norbert as well? It seemed like whenever you guys were hitting some of those big plays, there was a run fake involved, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was our idea last week too, just to establish the run. We've been trying to do that every single game. That's always our game plan.
And Scott, this team has never been past the second round. I mean, what do you guys need to do to get over that hurdle?
I'm not sure. We've really come together as a good group of guys, a good team. Everyone's playing for each other, like Coach Thorne said before. And you got a different vibe. I was on the team 2 years ago when we went to the second round. We ended up losing to Franklin. And there's something different. I don't know. Practice is different. The camaraderie is different. We're doing a little different things off the field and in meetings and stuff. And I don't know if there's anything particularly different that we need to do, but we get a different feeling from this team, and I think we can do it.
Okay. Coach, do you ever worry that there's maybe a mental block with this round?
No, it's a tough week for our guys because it's finals, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then a holiday, and then you're going to play one of the best teams in the country on Saturday. So we've always known it's a tough week, but this group is, like Scott said, they're special. They're very unique, or there's some magic going on there, and it's hard to put your finger on it, but it's there. And we felt it for most of the season, and it keeps growing. It gets stronger and stronger. So we're really expecting one of our best games ever in the 9 years that our coaching staff has been around.
And how much of a difference does it make that with this Ohio Northern team, you guys are very familiar. I know with St. Norbert, it was one of the things where you guys kind of had to wait for the tape to come in and you weren't so familiar, but, a team that you faced the last 2 seasons obviously has to be an advantage, right?
Well, we feel like we know a lot more about this team than we did about St. Norbert, yes. So hopefully that's going to make things work even better.
Scott, what's the key for you guys as a defense going into this matchup?
Like you said, we played this team last year, and they have a lot of the same skill guys and that they hurt us with last year. Their quarterback's very good, very talented. He can make plays with his legs and with his arm. And their running back's also very good. I think he has 1,400 yards, like you said. So I think our key is to just hone in on them too and kind of try to shut down the quarterback, not let him get loose and run around, and hopefully from there we can make them pass and get some more interceptions.
Well, we're all looking forward to it, guys. Stick around, there's more Red Zone just around the corner. Clark Tusher will hop on set next to give his insight into the world of Cardinal athletics.